Hey, marketing students, welcome aboard. This is Nate Scharff. I'm your instructor. Here I am, as live as I can get in an online environment. I'm shooting from my home. This is part of my house, and I'm coming to you to talk about what you need to know for this course. So first off, let's talk about the layout of the online environment for this course. We're now teaching in Canvas, and the course is set into modules. So each module is a week for the course. So there's 16 modules. Each module represents a week of content that you need to digest and then do an assignment for. And each weekly module has 3 parts. There's a video lecture from me. Hello. There's a PowerPoint, which has more detail on the concepts. And then there's the actual assignment. So each week you have my lecture, you have the PowerPoint, and you have the assignment. The fourth piece that's not in there on the weekly modules is the book itself. So please make sure you get the book. Used editions are fine. Those are all in the syllabus, and the syllabus is under the week 1 Start Here module. Okay, so that's kind of how you pace forward. The modules are all open in advance, so you can work ahead of schedule. So if you have time right now to get ahead of schedule, not a bad idea to do that. Other key things you need to know, and these are all listed in the syllabus as well, as far as when items are due. So each week there's an assignment due, and those assignments are always due on the Saturday of the week that they are assigned. Now you can turn them in one day late, the following Sunday, for a 20% point deduction. Now there's only a 1-day grace period on assignments, and that's because here in online world, I have so much grading to do, and these are all written assignments, that for me to stay on pace with you guys, I can't extend deadlines in perpetuity. So you got a 1-day grace period. If you miss things on Saturdays, you have a rough weekend, you can still get the assignment done on Sunday, albeit for a little bit of a point deduction, okay? Textbook. You should get a copy of the textbook. You don't need to open up your wallet and spend a ton of money on a new version of the textbook. Used editions of the textbook are fine. And I gave you several ISBNs, which is the code number that you need to be able to look it up online, Amazon, Chegg, a variety of sources that you can look at to try to source used versions of the textbook for less expensive than the new versions. There are new versions that are at the bookstore, but you really don't need to spend that kind of money. A used version of the textbook is fine. That being said, do strongly encourage that you do get the textbook. Trying to complete the course without the textbook, you're going to be a little hamstrung there. I'm assuming you're looking at the textbook as you're completing the assignment, because it's an online environment. Okay, those are the main pieces. As far as our communication, it's going to be primarily on email. I use the announcements page of Canvas to do that. So please make sure that the email that you registered with at Grossmont College is the current email that you're using. I know sometimes we change emails. You have a work email and a private email. Whatever email you registered with when you enrolled at Grossmont College, that's the email that my course communication is going to. If you've changed your email, you need to go into WebAdvisor and update your email address. And you can do that on your own. That's not something I do for you. But make sure you keep your email address current, since that is how I'm communicating with y'all. Sound fair? Okay, so your first step is to go to the Start Here menu, and there you're going to see the syllabus. You have this welcome video. You also have an initial discussion board assignment, kind of introducing yourself so I know who you are and I know who's active in the class. All right, don't fall behind. In online world, you can work ahead of schedule, but you can't work behind the schedule. So if you miss a couple of weeks, you're really kind of digging yourself a deep hole, and you don't want to do that. I don't open up past due assignments. Like I said, there's too much stuff to grade, and I can't go backwards like that. So please don't dig yourself into a hole in this course. Okay, and then lastly, also on the syllabus, on the Start Here menu, you'll see a rubric. And that explains how to do A versus B versus C level work for the written assignments. Make sure you read that before you attempt an assignment. I also have instructions on how to complete the written assignments, how to post them as PDFs. You want to reply to another student. Some of you are familiar with this, maybe from prior courses in Blackboard. make sure you look at that rubric. And there's also good examples of previous assignments that are posted on the site. So that's good news. However, they're only displayed after the assignment is due. So you can't look at good examples and use those for reference to complete your assignment. But after the assignment is done, if you didn't score as well as you would have liked, you can go to that resource area, good homework examples, for whatever week it is, and look at some good examples to see what does a good example look like and where did I fall short on my assignment. Okay, I look forward to meeting you all online. You can also check out on the Start Here menu, who is Nate Scharff, and that gives you my professional background. I have a lot of marketing experience, and I've been teaching for quite a while too. And I really do enjoy my job, and I like working with students. And this is what I do full time now, so you will definitely have access to me. And I typically respond within 24 hours of you sending me a communication. Weekends might be a little slower, and if it's the middle of the night and you're trying to get me to respond because you're on deadline for something, I might be asleep. Okay, so it's going to have to wait until the following day. All righty, my friends, dive on in. The water's fine. And if you have questions, just send me an email. Thank you.